He's a piece of shit. He's a fucking pike. What would you expect? Hey guys, what's up? I posted a vlog, my last video. I'll link it below. Click it right now and like open it in a new tab if you want to watch it after this one. Like, you guys, I hype up all my videos. I want you to watch all of them, but I am so proud of this vlog. Like, just go look at the comments on it. Like, people love it. Like, I hit y'all with some amazing advice. Like, really great quotes on why I think like we should bounce back from men and not cry about them and how we're bad bitches, and like you guys love that. And I also have a whole clip in the middle about how I used to care so much about Instagram likes, and now that I'm at a place that I do get a lot of likes, it really doesn't mean anything. And I know that we live in a world where people think like Instagram likes are equivalent to like how much people like you in real life, and it's really silly, but it is something that we all worry about. I just kind of shared my experience from being someone that never got any likes to now getting like quite a few, and how I used to want likes so bad, and now that I have them, it really doesn't mean anything. So please go check that out. I think it's one of the best vlogs I've ever created. I think I say a lot of really funny, really smart, great things. Like, I do not think that y'all will regret watching it. So please, I cannot hype up a video enough. Like, it's one of my favorite videos I've ever uploaded of all time. So I'm gonna link that down below. Please go click it so you have it in a new tab right now. I really would love you all to watch it. I'm wearing this amazing cropped sweater right now. Look how cute this is. Girls supporting girls. It's cropped. Oh my god, that is a little, scanny. Got it from Forever 21 for probably like $14, so if you're into this kind of shit, check it out. Got my Red Bull here. Okay, so I've deduced that I am affected by Red Bull in like a similar way that people that need Adderall are affected by it, because I can wake up and like not even be tired, like not need energy, not need Red Bull, not need coffee, whatever, but I just feel like not in the mood to do anything. Like, even if I have video ideas, filming just seems like a task, and editing seems like annoying, and having to go do things or run errands just seems like a waste of my time. Like, it's like my brain is awake but doesn't want to do anything, which oh my god, that just sounds like depression, which I have, so you know, maybe that's the culprit. But I have found that when I drink at least one Red Bull, preferably two, throughout my day, it's like my brain goes into fucking hyperdrive. Like, I want to film, I want to go do things. Like, it's literally like my fucking Adderall for people that need ADD. And I do not have ADD or ADHD. I do not benefit from Adderall. Like, I know a lot of people in college take Adderall as a study drug or whatever, even if they're not prescribed it or don't need it. I honestly do not understand at all how people that don't have ADD or ADHD, like people that's brains, do not need to be prescribed Adderall. I don't know how people like that, aka people like me, can take Adderall and like actually study or actually get things done. Like, everyone's like, oh, it just makes you focus. Like, bitch, what? I don't fucking know about y'all. Like, please comment below, tell me your experiences with Adderall, whether you're prescribed it or not, because I have taken like 10 milligrams of Adderall before to study because like all my friends have it, and you guys, like, it doesn't make me focus on anything. It literally makes me feel like I'm coked the fuck out. Like, I just took fucking speed. Like, it makes me talk a mile a minute, like so fast, can't stop talking, and I already talk fast, and I already talk a lot, so you must believe when I'm on Adderall, it is like I'm talking your ear off. Like, my friends are like, holy shit, what the fuck's happening to you? And on top of it, it makes me just feel like I have so much energy, like I could go run a fucking marathon. Like, I don't get how people are like, yeah, you just take it and then you sit there and you stare at your computer and you focus on your work. Like, I'm like, oh my god, like literally it affects my body like fucking cocaine. To my body, Adderall is like a fucking serious drug. So I don't get it. I don't know how people do it, but Red Bull is legal and does the same thing for me personally. So anyway, let's get into the story. So this isn't like a super long story, but it's one of those things where it's just like, holy fuck, the universe did not want this for me. It's like one of those things where it couldn't go more wrong if you had wanted it to. It just goes to show how crazy like my life is, because what the actual fuck is the actual chance of this shit going down? So this is a story about when I was still in XYZ, and I had been in XYZ for one day when this happened. One motherfucking day. And I was already fucking shit up, already making them hate me, already making my own life suck because the universe hates me. Honestly, I think the universe just wanted me to like not be in a sorority so bad that at every instance it could, it tried to like fuck up my standing with XYZ, to push me to quit or to get me kicked out. I don't fucking know. Holy fuck, what is my life? So let's get into it. When I was going through recruitment, there was XYZ and then there was another house that I really wanted both of them. And XYZ was one that wasn't really 100% on my radar before recruitment. Like, I'd stalked the fuck out of every sorority FSU's Instagram to try and see like which girls seemed to look the most like me or which girls seemed to be the most like me in any way. Just trying to figure out like, just by like looks and pictures alone, like which house I might fit in, which doesn't really make sense, but I was trying. So like I kind of knew in advance like, oh, I might be into XYZ from like their Instagram and pictures and whatever. But then the other house that I was interested in had a girl in it who really, really loved me, and she wanted me to be her little, and she was trying to like basically dirty rush me because she wanted me to be in her house really, really badly. And going all through recruitment, I thought 100% I was going to join the house that my friend was in who wanted me to be her little. But lo and behold, shit happens. I ended up choosing XYZ. And the number one reason that I chose XYZ over the other house is literally 100% because of this one girl, and we'll call her Kylie. So there was this girl named Kylie, and she was matched to rush me through recruitment. She rushed me on skit day, which now FSU doesn't even do, which I think is such a bummer, because skit day to me was the day that showed me the most about the personality of the girls in the house, like what the house had to offer. Like a lot of the girls got together and they literally put on a skit, and like they did different things. Like XYZ did dancing, and they had someone play a guitar and sing, and they just showcased like all the different talents and cool things that different members of XYZ could do, and it was awesome. Like, I thought they had the best skit out of all the houses I saw. I literally cried after XYZ skit because I loved it so much. I was like, oh my god, these girls are so cool. This would be the best fit for me. Kylie, who was paired with me to rush me, she came and got me from my seat after I watched the skit and like noticed that I was crying, and she had already kind of deduced that she really liked me. Like, she enjoyed our conversation with me. Like, she kind of let it know without letting me know, because you're not allowed to say it, that she definitely vibed with me, thought I was cool. Then she came to get me from watching the skit, and she saw that I was like literally about to cry, and she just looks at me and she's like, oh my god, are you gonna cry? And then because she said that, I started crying, and then she started crying, and it was just like this whole mess. And usually girls don't cry until pref round, but I was already crying. I was like, this just solidified my decision. Like, I like XYZ. I want to pick XYZ. I hope I get XYZ. And I remember when I left the house, the Rogams were like, oh my god, are you okay? Because it's not normal to cry like before pref. And I was like, I'm just crying because I like them so much. And they were like, oh, okay, well, that's good. I loved this Kylie girl. I loved XYZ. I was like gung-ho on XYZ. So then after that, there might have been like one more round, but it was like basically pref in like 1 or 2 more days. And I like knew that if I got to pref XYZ, I would be prefed by Kylie, because when you do pref, they usually try to match you with someone that you've had a good connection with in the house, because pref is really emotional and they want you to feel like you know someone by the time that you make the decision, blah, 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 whatever. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes for pref, you get paired with a random girl, but I just knew if I prefed XYZ, I would get to be prefed by Kylie. Lo and behold, XYZ selected me to pref me, and pref is when you have 3 houses max to go back to, and I did get 3 houses, and I went to XYZ, and they make it like a big ceremony. They come to the door with like a flower, and they like call out your name, and it's like really serious and quiet and whatever. And I was just waiting for the girl to come up and say my name, and the girl comes up, and it's Kylie, and she calls my name, and I was like, yes, like I want to be prefed by her. So we go inside, and I'm like, I knew I'd be prefed by you, like blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh my god, you're so sweet. Like, her and I just kicked it the fuck off, okay? Like, I knew if I was in XYZ, like me and this girl would be best fucking friends. I wanted her to be my big. She was just a year above me, so I wanted her to be my big. Like, oh my god, I was obsessed with Kylie, you guys, okay? And I remember at pref, she was just like letting me know like how much of an asset she thought I'd be to XYZ and blah, blah, blah. And she even told me like, if for any reason you don't select XYZ, like please come like by the house on bid day, like just come say hi to me, like get my number. Like, I would love for me and you to be friends regardless of whatever decision you make. So like, me and Kylie were hitting it the fuck off, okay? Like, I was in love with this girl. Like, this girl single-handedly made me choose XYZ, okay? Like, that's how big of a deal it is. Like, I cannot stress enough how big of a deal it was that Kylie and I were obsessed with each other, and I wanted Kylie to be my big, okay? So bid day comes around. Obviously, I get a bid to XYZ. I run to the house. I'm all excited. I see Kylie. She's not my bid day buddy. She's some other girl's bid day buddy, but she sees me and she hugs me, and we're like basically on the verge of tears. Like, we can't believe it. Like, it's like the best fucking moment ever. Like, I'm gonna be Kylie's sister now. Like, I was so fucking obsessed with her. The very next day after bid day, my bid day buddy, who wasn't Kylie, it was a different girl, we'll name her Linda. Linda took me out to like party, like go to the bars, whatever. So we went to Pot. So this was my first time going out at FSU as like an FSU student, the day after bid day, and I'd only been in XYZ for 1 day. Granted, I wasn't a member yet. It takes like months until you're initiated, but I was now an XYZ baby, so you know, like I kind of had my in. So Linda, my bid day buddy, took me and my roommate, who also ended up going XYZ by chance, like my dorm roommate. We both ended up in XYZ, y'all. Okay, isn't that crazy? Her and I were taken out by Linda. So we go to Linda's apartment, we get ready, whatever, we go out. This is the same night that I first ever met Trevor, ultimate fuckboy. This was the night that I met him in line, where like me and him first got to know each other. But once we like went inside the bar, I didn't give a fuck about Trevor. I wasn't paying attention to Trevor. Like Trevor went his own way, I went my own way with my roommate and Linda. So we were doing our own thing. And then it was only until a week later when I ran into Trevor again at the same bar, that's when we exchanged number, and that's when that whole shit show began. But this night was not about Trevor. So Linda's showing me and my roommate around. We're walking around the bar, we're getting drinks. I am very drunk at this point because I'm, one, not used to drinking. Two, we'd already drank so much at her house getting ready, and then we went to this pregame, and then we were at the bar. So I was drinking so much more than I was used to in one sitting. Like I was drunk, and I was just having like the best fucking time ever. Like I thought I looked good, I was having so much fun, I thought Linda was so cool, I loved my roommate at the time. Her and I ended up not getting along and not being friends, but at the time we were like best friends. So I was just having the best fucking night. Like my first night at FSU, I got an XYZ, I want Kylie to be my big, like oh my god, like I was on cloud 9. Like college is awesome, life is awesome, right? Linda sees this group of guys that she knows, so she pulls me and my roommate over to them, like introduces all of us, like we shake hands, whatever. We're just kind of like standing in a circle, like Linda, me, my roommate, and then these like 4 dudes. They were all pretty cute. I don't have to hide their identity. They were Pikes, which Pike is like basically the #1 frat at FSU. I said in other videos, I don't fuck with Pike. Like guys in Pike wouldn't like me, and I don't like guys in Pike, so it really shouldn't be offensive. Like, you know, like I'm not offended that Pike guys don't want to have sex with me, so they shouldn't be offended that I don't like them. Like it's just not my type of guy. Like very like jacked, like treat girls like shit, fuck you, never talk to you again. Like, you know, like I already have to deal with that with other frats that are way less douchey than Pike, so I don't need to set myself to Pike. But at the time when you're like just starting like college and you're just gotten your sorority and you know Pike is the #1 frat on campus and you're a freshman, you want to impress the Pikes, okay? So I remember being like, oh my god, they're Pikes, and I was just like being like really cute and whatever, and like talking when I could and just trying to like make a really good impression, just trying to like be pretty and flirty and whatever the fuck, because I was like mesmerized they were Pike. And it was clear that they were all much older than me, like probably juniors, seniors, second year seniors, like they were way fucking older. One of the guys was so fucking attractive, and I still think he's attractive to this day, which is really funny because most of the time when I've been attracted to someone in the past or like had a crush on them or whatever, now when I look at their social media or whatever, I'm like, why did I ever like them? Like, I'm not interested in them anymore. But this guy, I thought he was cute then, and I still think he's cute now, which just means he's fucking attractive. He's attractive as fuck. And he was an older Pike, so like, you fucking know what's going on. Like, he knew that I was some dumb little freshman, first day there, for sure wanted to try and have sex with me. So him and I started talking a little bit more like in the group, and he ended up like asking for my number and blah blah blah, whatever. So him and I exchanged numbers, and that's like the extent of the interaction. Like, me and him weren't like off on our own together, like literally was never one-on-one with him. We were always in this group of like 4 guys and us 3 girls, and just for like a 30-second period he kind of pulled me to the side and was like, oh, like what's your name again, like do you want my number, blah blah blah, whatever. And of course I'm like on cloud 9, like this older hot as fuck Pike, my first fucking day out at a bar, wants my fucking number. Like I couldn't even believe it. Like oh my god, you guys, like oh my god. So yeah, I get his number, and that's that. And like him and his friends walk away, and then I'm just with my roommate and my bid day buddy, and we're just like drinking, talking, dancing, and then like 5 minutes pass or something, and the guy who got my number comes back up to me, and I'm like, oh hey, what's up? Like he was now alone, like not with his friends, and he was like, oh, like I just forgot to tell you something. And I was like, oh, what's that? And he goes, well, it's a secret. And I said, okay, like what is it? And so like I go to like kind of put my ear up because I'm assuming like he's gonna like whisper something in my ear. Like again, I was drunk, I had no idea what he was trying to tell me. Like I was like not thinking like what is a secret, like I don't fucking know. So I like put my like head like closer to his, and he like turns my chin and like kisses me on the mouth, like full on we kiss for like 5 seconds. Like I definitely recepted the kiss. I kissed him back, like we kissed. And his friends were kind of over there like laughing because they knew like obviously to him this was like a funny thing to like try and fuck this freshman. But like I was just swooning and I was like, oh my god, because I was like kind of taken aback. Like that's so weird. And to this day I still think it's weird. Like if you want to kiss someone, don't tell them you have a secret for them. Like I did not think that was the move, but clearly he did and it worked, so whatever. Yeah, again, that was that. He just kissed me and walked away again, and then we did not interact with him again all night after this guy kisses me. So oh my god, Linda, I fucking love ya. I still love ya. I loved you then, I love you now, but holy fuck, Linda, you just got me in some trouble. So after we were talking to the guys for a little bit and exchanged his number, Linda kept being like, oh, that guy you were talking to looks so familiar. Like, I know that him and his friends are Pikes, and like, I know Pikes, but like, he just seems like way, like really familiar to me, like someone I should know. And I was like, okay, well, if you figure it out, like, let me know, whatever. So Linda still doesn't remember who he is. The guy comes up, kisses me, that whole shit goes down. And then after he kisses me, after all this, after it's escalated to kissing at the bar, after all that's happened, Linda conveniently remembers how the fuck she remembers this guy. So after we're done kissing, she's like standing there kind of a quizzical, and then epiphany moment, she knows. She grabs my arm and she goes, holy shit, I'm so sorry. The reason I know what that guy looks like is because that's Kylie's boyfriend. Oh my fucking god. And I was like, wait, okay. There could be more than one Kylie in the world. I was like, Kylie as in Kylie blank, as in the girl that prepped me? And she goes, yeah, Kylie blank. Oh my god. My heart dropped into my stomach. And you want to know why? Not only because it's Kylie's boyfriend, and I love the fuck out of Kylie, and I wanted Kylie to be my big, and I didn't want to ever do anything to upset Kylie or have Kylie not like me. Literally the night before this, when we went to XYZ and they told us all the new rules as babies, like what we had to do to be a good XYZ, which, oh my god, the rules were astronomically ridiculous, some of them. But one of the rules was like, obviously, you cannot hook up with, make out with, whatever, any guy that's ever been with another sister, which is really hard to do in retrospect. Like, how are you supposed to even know that? There are like hundreds of girls in every sorority. People hook up so interchangeably in Greek life, it's literally not even possible to like not do that. Like, I was like, what am I supposed to do now? Every single fucking time I meet a guy, am I supposed to be like, have you ever hooked up with an XYZ? Because if you have, I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, so fucking stupid. Literally ludicrous. Literally, being in a sorority was hell. But anyway, literally the night before, we had been explicitly told, like, you cannot do anything with any other sister's guy or like even a past guy. Like, that's shitty as fuck. Like, we're sisters who put each other first. It's like, wow, in 24 hours of being in this sorority, I've single-handedly broken one of the rules, and it happened to be the boyfriend, not even like a fling, not even like a past fling, it was the current boyfriend of the fucking girl that made me choose XYZ that I wanted to be my big more than anything. So I was like devastated. I was like, well, this is shitty. Now this hot guy and I definitely cannot ever talk. That's so fucked up. Like, I'm gonna have to delete his number, and on top of it, this is fucked up for Kylie. Like, I'm now gonna have to tell Kylie this happened. It's gonna be fucking awful. Like, she's not gonna be my big. This is the end of the fucking world. Like, I was devastated. After we were done at Potts, my bid date buddy wanted to take us to Po' Boys, which is now not even a thing that exists. And I can't believe we ever went, because Po' Boys was like not even like a cool thing or a place to go. Like, if you live in Tallahassee or you've ever been to Po' Boys and you know what I'm talking about, like, you know, like, Po' Boys is not lit. Like, I don't know why the fuck she took us there. So while we're at Po' Boys, I get a text from a random number, and it's the guy, and he's just like, hey, this is blah blah blah, what's your name again? And I just immediately deleted thread, and it like killed me. So I was like, wow, fuck me. That would be my luck. Of course, it's too good to be true to go to the bar your very first night and find the hot older Pike that wants you so bad. No, he actually has a girlfriend, and it's Kylie. Like, oh my god. So I just deleted the thread, deleted his number, like, not gonna fuck with that. That's fucked up. And like, obviously Kylie came first and foremost to me. She was like the only person really at XYZ besides Linda that I like knew. Like, didn't want to fuck that up. And again, I wanted Kylie to be my big. The next day, I had to tell Kylie, and it was like not pretty. Like, I was like, can I call you and talk to you about something? And she was like, I can't talk on the phone. And I was like, well, it seems like definitely a phone call type of thing. And she was like, I can't, like, I'm studying, but you're making it seem like you really need to tell me something, so just like text it out, blah blah blah. So I texted her like the longest text ever. I way would prefer to talk to her on the phone, but she couldn't talk on the phone. So I sent her the longest text ever, profusely apologizing and explaining that I had no idea who he was. Linda did not tell me who he was until after he got my number and after he kissed me. So like that's kind of a little bit Linda's fault too, you know? Like I don't know anything. I haven't been at FSU before. I don't know anyone. I don't know who's dating who. Kylie, as my friend, never told me that she was seeing someone. Like I was completely left in the dark. It was 100% an accident. Like the worst luck, the universe fucking with me. Like it's not my fault, but at the end of the day, as the girlfriend, as Kylie, like it's shitty. It's shitty because now she knows that her boyfriend, if he's kissing me, he's doing God knows what else with other girls, you know? And it's shitty because Kylie really liked me, and I think Kylie like wanted me to be her little, and it was just horrible. Like you could tell she was so upset, and she like tried to tell me that like she knew it wasn't my fault, and she appreciated me telling her right away, and she made it seem like she really wasn't that mad at me. But y'all, I kid you not, Kylie did not become my big. Kylie and I never hung out together, never went out together. Kylie and I never really texted. Like Kylie went from being like my #1 fan who wanted me to be an XYZ so bad, who I was obsessed with, who made me choose XYZ, to basically being a stranger in my life in a matter of 24 hours. So she can claim that she like wasn't really that upset and it wasn't my fault, but like obviously it was an issue and it was awful. Like literally starting out in XYZ on the absolute wrong foot, had the worst taste in my mouth because of it. I was like so embarrassed to have to like see Kylie again in person. Like I didn't know how she was gonna like act in front of me. Like it was just fucking brutal. And I was like, honestly, like he got my number, but I deleted the thread. I do not have his number anymore, I promise you. And she was like, okay, thank you, because obviously I would not want you texting him. And I was like, yeah girl, trust me, like I would not do that. I deleted the thread. I do not have his number. I didn't even reply to him, so he doesn't even have like a name saved with my number. And I was like, but he did follow me on Instagram. She was like, that's fine, like Instagram's Instagram, like whatever. But she was like, now I'm gonna have to have a serious talk with him. And then I remember like a few days later her reaching out to me, and she was like, so I talked to him and it was just not good, and we both cried about it. Like he couldn't believe that he kissed and got the number of a girl that I prefed and like wanted to be my little, and like it was just bad. They ended up like calling things off, obviously, because Kylie's a bad bitch and isn't gonna put up with that, and it was just devastating. Like I felt like a home wrecker, and it's not my fault. Like obviously if he's walking up to random girls and kissing them that happen to be girls that Kylie personally knows, like God knows what else he's doing with girls that he doesn't know Kylie, you know? And what was really, really shitty about this especially was I told that guy, like, I'm an XYZ baby. Obviously there's so many girls in XYZ that like he's probably not thinking that I would know Kylie after only being an XYZ for one day, but like by chance, dude, Kylie was the one fucking girl I knew in XYZ, and you fucked up. And the fact that I told him I was an XYZ baby and he knew his girlfriend was an XYZ, like you're such a piece of shit. Like come on. So like everything happens for a reason, and I'm sure this happens so like Kylie would know to like not waste her time anymore, and everything has a silver lining. But it was just awful. I was devastated. Kylie and I were like literally never friends again. She did not become my big. It was awful. And like she tried to claim that it wasn't because of that, but like I mean, how could it not be because of that? Literally within 24 hours of being an XYZ, I was fucking shit up unintentionally and giving older girls reasons to not like me, and it was fucking horrible when all I was trying to do was like be the best fucking girl I could be. Always be careful with who you're kissing, because shit, guys are fucking liars, and they're not gonna tell you the truth that they want to make out with you, and especially not if they want to get in your pants. They're gonna say whatever the fuck they want. They'll be like, Kylie, who? Just be wary. That was like a really shitty thing that happened to me one day in, and it ruined a friendship with a girl that I literally admired so fucking much. And it wasn't my fault, and I don't hold it against myself to this day. Like even reflecting back, like it was not my fault. Like how the fuck was I supposed to know? I did not kiss him. I did not ask for his number, you know? Like he was out pursuing me. Like he's a piece of shit. He's a fucking pike. What would you expect?